Hello indie game lovers, nerds and nerdettes, my name is Feniks and this is Indie Game News. Before we start, remember to check video description for additional information. Today we look at Tycoon genre. As always, we start with the updates of last month. Interstellar Transport Company version 3.x is here. The main feature here of course is the 7 new cargo vessels. You will now need to avoid epidemics by supplying colonies with medicine, increased food, water and raw materials production. By supplying colonies with robotics, you will have to keep the security station operational by supplying weapons, meet the power needs, and keep development levels at 100% on the highly developed colonies by supplying stellarium, and supplying medical factories with xenobiologics refined from genetic materials. Stellarium and genetic materials are both late game additions that can only be found in the interstellar locations, and your starting planet's supply of luxuries will become depleted, along with many other resources, over the time, meaning that you will need to seek out interstellar sources of it. This all adds the depth and interest to the late game, and really gives you many reasons to venture into interstellar space. We'll see many improvements to the game. Interstellar Transport Company runs much smoother and faster than ever before. Next game that has seen some good updates is another brick to the Mal. Developers have added seasonal events, major movie, game, book, etc. releases. We'll see addition of strikes from delivery, garbage collection and bus drivers. We'll see the upcoming event timeline to help the players plan their actions better. Seasons, as mentioned above, come with their own events, as well as weather effects. Players will be able to enjoy new shift planning tool. This should save you a lot of clicks when managing big businesses with many employees. As always, we'll see optimizations, improvements and tweaks. Another brick to the Mal is a shopping center tycoon. Your job is to design, build and manage a giant shopping center. You will open shops, supermarkets, restaurants, movie theaters, bowling alleys and many more. You will hire and manage best staff for the job and milk your customers for all they have. The game is currently sitting at 82% positive review score on Steam. Academia School Simulator Alpha 2 has been released on the 14th of April. The game has seen significant changes since its first release, and here is few you may be interested in. We'll see addition of subject departments. Previously, teachers were assigned to a single class and taught all the subjects. This was always meant to be a temporary, and with this update you can assign teachers to a specific department that best suits them, and they will travel from class to teach. Teachers can now also be assigned to teach through all year levels, or stick to a teaching on a 1-year level, giving you more control. Finally, the players are able to schedule properly. You now have ability to control when each year level takes the break, lunch and recess. This way you can be more efficient about the use of your kitchens and canteens. You can also control how often teachers will shift between the subjects, so you have control over how often teachers teach and take breaks. We'll see new trash management, new UI, many improvements and optimizations. Academia originally released on the early access on the 8th of September 2017 and is sat on comfortable 76% positive review score on Steam. Alright, time to talk about the new releases. Startup Freak was released on the 13th of April. In the Startup Freak, you take the role of the budding entrepreneur and grow your own very software startup, from the humble beginnings to a multi-million-dollar company. Along the way, you will have to overcome countless challenges, from building, testing and securing your products, to devising an ideal marketing strategy and securing investments. The game features simple 2D graphics and has some interesting mechanics and mini-games that may bring a breath of fresh air to the genre. The game is currently sat on 69% positive review score, meaning that they are only 1% away from hitting the mostly positive review score on Steam. This Grand Life has left the early access on the 17th of April. This Grand Life is a personal finance simulator where you create character, manage their money and help them achieve their life goals. You will cruise your way through life with a silver spoon, or struggle endlessly to find employment as a convicted felon. You cannot control your past, but you can change your future. Inspired by Sierra's 1990 game Jones in the Fast Lane, your life is divided into weeks. You try to accomplish as much as you can each week, while economic conditions and special events create interesting choices to think about. Do you go to work this week or take the part in a hot dog eating competition at the park? Should you spend the time looking for a better job or stick to the current one until economic conditions improve? This game had the potential to be done very badly and in the lazy way, but instead developer excelled himself and produced a really solid and complex game that I truly enjoyed. You can start the jobs, gain education, flip properties for fun and profit, rent houses, trade on the market and even start your own business. Game is sat on 78% positive review score on Steam. Farm Manager has released on the 6th of April. The game has been since then taken off Steam as the developers are dealing with DMCA claim. According to developers, it is a false claim and the game should return very shortly. In the Farm Manager, your job is to manage your own farm. You will expand your farm business, produce cheap and sell products at high prices. You will control the land cultivation process, select the best employees, buy the most appropriate farm equipment, raise livestock and process the harvested crops. Various camera modes allow you to enter into strategic view, as well as to look at the world through the eyes of your employees. You have a choice between nearly 40 machines and the same number of buildings, starting from the farm buildings and barns to processing plants and factories. You will be able to specialize in production of various foods, like juices and frozen food. Time for upcoming games. Overcrowd is available on Steam to add to the wishlist. Every day, millions crowd the tube in desperate bid to get to work. Your job is to build and run the perfect metro station to help them make it on time. Overcrowd is a tactical management scene set on the London Underground. Blending base building with pausable real-time strategy, Overcrowd offers a unique mix of spatial puzzling, strategic thinking and split-second choices. Players will have a chance to experience detailed micro-simulation, everything from bin emptying, generator refueling, power little connection, commuter AI and staff activities are simulated down to the individual level. A huge range of interacting systems gives a scope for emergent and unpredictable gameplay. Players will see procedural puzzles. Each level has a procedural generated terrain, offering a fresh spatial puzzle about which to design and run your station. With a choice of entrances and tracks, physical obstacles and limited space and money, you will have to weigh up your decisions carefully. We'll see multi-floor levels, tactical staff deployment, isometric pixel graphics, unique crowd flow mechanics, staff individual behaviors, criminal activities and many more. Game is set to release later this month. Okay guys, that's it in this month indie game news. If you know of any other games that should be featured in the next month updates or you release the game yourself, please contact me at writetofeniks@gmail.com or tweet to me at Feniks_gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe for more. Nerds and Nerdettes, my name is Feniks and it was a pleasure to have you here. Take care.